Hello and welcome to a game of Dota 2. Of course you are watching StarLadder Star Series. It is Season 8 still, but we are closing in on the end. It is day 25 as said of the 29 games in total. Days, not games. 29 days. And we are here with game 3 of 6 today. And of these 6 games, 3 of the games were very, very important for a lot of the teams. We already had one, which was Sigma versus Power Rangers, which they were able to win. So this is how the scores look after that. Let's take a quick look at what these teams are here for, because obviously they want to end up in the top 4 rather, you know. And there's still a couple of teams a bit in the clinch for that, because as you can see, there are actually 5 teams still having a shot here at the top 4. Now those 5 are NextKZ, or not NextKZ, what am I saying? Fnatic, RoX.KIS, Sigma, Alliance and Na'Vi. So the top 4 and Fnatic. Fnatic is still fairly low because obviously they have played a very little amount of games. That will be fixed tomorrow as they play quite a few amount, and actually tonight they're playing a very important matchup against RoX.KIS as well. And as you can see, Fnatic, RoX, and Sigma, they all still got 3 wins, 3 losses max, and one of that is going to change. I'm going to discuss this while the draft's going on, because this is going way too fast for my liking, and I'm sure you want to see that draft happen. So I'm just going to tell you about it instead, because RoX.KIS, they have got 2 of the more difficult matches today. They will face, as said, Fnatic and Sigma, the 2 of their opponents which are also in the running to get to the top of the list. And also Sigma versus Fnatic still have to face each other as well, but that's going to happen tomorrow, where Fnatic is also going to have to face Power Rangers. This weekend, it is so stressful. One of those 5 teams is not going to make it out. And there is so much at stake. There's already $127,000 in the prize pool, and it is still growing, because more tickets are being bought because people want to see those LAN finals. And I have to say, I'm excited for this game, and you should be too. RoX.KIS Goblak, of course, formerly a team member of quite a few people on the side of Sigma International, drafting now against Sigma International. It is a Bristleback and a Razor for them. Sigma is banning out some of the healing heroes, but they can't ban them all out anymore. So we still have Dazzle and Abaddon in the pool, both of which we've seen Goblak pick up together with that Bristleback before. So I wouldn't be surprised to see them again. At least the Trader Protector is removed from the pool. We've also got the Elder Titan and the Alchemist removed. I mean, those are fairly standard bans right now. We do have the VIII and the Timbersaw removed on the side of RoX.KIS, but now also the IO and the Slark. All heroes that we haven't seen that often for Sigma. Sigma, the team that normally would really like to pick up the Bane, actually bans out Bane, even though they had a chance to pick it up, but they rather go for that Enchantress. Have the option of early aggression, have the option of trying to shut out that Bristleback early on in the game. That's going to be something they have to work for. Of course, the Razor is there to counter the OD. I don't really like it personally. I mean, it works, fair enough, but you are stuck with that Razor, and personally I'm not too big of a fan of the Razor. But it does work out very nice if Sigma's core, if they're, they need an offlaner and a core still, right? And if their offlaner is a true initiator offlaner, not really something that can transition into a core, well, then there's only going to be really one target that is going to be worth it to drain damage from, and in that case, Razor is going to be amazing. RoX.KIS, though, they need all the support still. There's still a Venomancer in the pool if they want it. The VIII, of course, removed, as well as the Bane and the IO, but a lot of support that Goblak still likes are still in. I like that Dazzle, like that Abaddon. Do they want to have one of those right now? They're not necessarily needed right now. They can also, like, since I said there's still 2 in the pool, they can also wait for them, but no, they pick up at least the Abaddon already. So that is 1 secured, and we are gonna see what they're gonna pick up later on. But first, Sigma, it is their chance to pick right now. They, as I said, need a carry and a offlaner. I really hope that it's gonna be an offlaner that can transition into a core, and I'm actually hoping as well to see Sigma maybe trying out some shenanigans with their lanes. Maybe run the OD not against that Razor, maybe run him against on the mid lane, or on the off lane, or side lane rather, safe lane rather, and then put something else mid. They did pick up the Nature's Prophet though, so that will be Miguel's hero. It's a strong hero. Sure, I haven't seen him being as dominating as he used to be, though, when he still needs quite a bit of time to get up to speed, to be able to do the things that he normally was able to do a lot earlier on already, so not too convinced about this one just yet. Let's take a look at what RoX is going for so far. RoX is the only one really taking the use of their bonus time. Of course, Sigma has used a bit of it, but Still got plenty of time left for their last 2 pins, and there's a Dazzle as well, so no surprises here, as RoX actually picks up both those 2 healing heroes, Dazzle and Abaddon, and of course with Dazzle, they pick up a lot of minus armor with the Bristleback already having his nasal goo, and Dazzle only increasing that minus armor. Increasing minus armor. Yeah, that works. I think that works. Yes. Well, I have to say, I so far, I like RoX's lineup a bit better. But that might be because I've seen it work for RoX.KIS so often in the past. I've also seen Sigma's lineup work, but just not convinced enough. RoX also need 1 more hero. Now, they could run the Bristleback as the offlane by themselves. They could run the Razor mid and they still have a StarLadder as their last pick. It's still possible for sure, as we did see. Did we see that StarLadder on the side of RoX? Yeah, we did. With some very clutch shallow graves. I believe there's clips made of that because... Oh, yeah, that was pretty stuff. Let's see if RoX is going to be able to pick that up. Sigma needs 1 more hero. Now, it needs to be a hero that can deal with that minus armor. It needs to be a sturdy carry core. And Luna is already banned out. Sturdy carry core, I wouldn't mind seeing a gyrocopter this game. I'm not sure if it's enough, and it needs a lot of time to get up to speed as well. It needs a lot of items. With already the core BKB needing to be there. And yeah, you know, I'm not convinced. I feel it's too squishy of a lineup. Mirana is already such a squishy hero. And they're still gonna pick it up against that minus armor coming out from Dazzle and Bristle. I have to say I will probably have to eat my hat. If I don't have a hat, so I'm not gonna eat anything, by the way, don't worry. But I just like RoX's lineup way more right now.
10 seconds.
Let's see if we're gonna have a StarLadder in the pool. Would be kinda greedy perhaps.
5 seconds.
Especially if Sigma, I mean, they have an Enchantress, they can rotate very early on, but I think that because of the Dazzle and the Abaddon there, they are allowed to be a bit greedy because they've got the sustainability of the heals. So no surprises there. I like it when I'm right. Man, that's a good feeling. Anyways, I'm sure that was guessed by a lot of others as well, as they have been running this lineup before. Oh, have they run this lineup before? It's so pretty! Okay, let's take a look at who is playing what, as Candle will be taking on the role of the Razor, will be on the solo mid role. Pick that boots first, so he can drain extra damage. Goblak will be on the Abaddon here. We have got ourselves Seedoy playing the Bristleback. We've got Yol on the Dazzle, with BZZ is perfect on the StarLadder, and that is everybody on the lineup of RoX.KIS. Taking a look at a Sigma International, we've got Fada on his OD pass playing his Crystal Maiden, Mad on his Enchantress, with the Mirana played by RoX.KIS. As we said in the first game that we had today, Mirana is a hero that Sigma has played quite a bit of, mostly in combination with the Bane, but not always by far, and in a lot of different scenarios as well. They've played it mid, they played it off lane, they played it safe lane. As we do have our last hero, of course, still in the Gal. He'll be taking on the Nature's Prophet with his mushroom head. Yep, and that's him. We already have Goblin getting harassed a bit here. The rune is still quite far away from spawning, so it was a bit too early. Perhaps he'll come back to check if it's there. We'll see though. Nice counter word already coming out from Sigma. This, I can't stress enough how important this game is. Even if a team loses, like regardless if, for example, let's just, because it's only 2 examples that I can go through. For example, RoX.KIS loses this game, but if they win the next game, and if then Sigma still loses tomorrow's game, that they're still going to be okay. Tomorrow's game against Fnatic. Now, if Sigma loses this game, but RoX.KIS also loses the game today, like they have against Fnatic, and then Sigma wins their game up against Fnatic instead, then they're still going to be okay. So it's a bit of a triangle going on here. Bit of a triangle indeed. Love triangle between RoX, Sigma, and Fnatic. That's what it is. We'll see who comes out ahead. We'll see who has the pants on in this relationship. This middle lane so far, I have to say, I favor Scandal slightly. Also because he picked up those boots. In the meantime, on the bottom lane, we might have ourselves a bit of a go already. Cito eating an arrow. He did pick up Bristleback, though. And he has got a shield to back him up as well. So he is going to stay alive. In the meantime, on the top lane, the same thing might not be able to be said for Miguel. But he also is able to run from this. Aggression is needed from Sigma all over the map. That is, well, all over the map. Mostly on the bottom lane. That is just needed because later on in the game, RoX.KIS will take it. They have got the better late game lineup. They need something early game. They can't afford to give away their first blood, especially not to, for example, the StarLadder, who needs quite a bit of an, like, he needs a Vanguard or a Blink Dagger or both before he can start up. And what we've seen from BZZ so far is that he indeed goes for the Vanguard and then followed by a Blink Dagger, as Goblet gets harassed a lot here. And that's actually a good target to harass here, because obviously he does not have the shield, or sorry, the heal for himself. As Storm Prism coming out, they want to take down Scandal. He's already running for his life. There's a Centaur keeping track of him from the low ground. Scandal is running the right way though, and he should be fine. He should be safe. He's got those boots, of course, as well, and he is running faster than the Crystal Main. Boots also for Fada, so I guess that's makes it even again in the middle lane in terms of movement speed. As we have got 10 last hits for RoX.KIS here on this bottom lane. Highest last hit on the map. Still missing a few, I believe. It's only 2 minutes into the game though. As we have also the same amount of last hits on BZZ, and that's decent. BZZ sitting on 10 for 5. Yul still spending quite a bit of his mana already on harassing Miguel, but he still has a clarity and he can harass further even still. As for Nature's Prophet, well, obviously, wait a second, there's going to be another gank on Scandal. The Astral Imprisonment this time will set up for the sun, and there it comes. There should be enough damage to come out. Scandal will be your first blood. It will be taken by Fada. Very much needed for Sigma. They need this early gold. In the meantime, on the bottom lane, they might be able to get Sido though. The Quills, Paz has to be careful. He's already got 3 stacks, but the shield will be there for Sido to keep him safe and back him up again. And that's such a volatile lane as well. Leap forward as well. A kind of aggressive leap right there. I mean, with Goblet out of mana, this is the way to go. This is their chance. Goblet does not have a clarity. He does not have a Basilis ring. So they're going to go for this. No arrow to follow up on that Frostbite this time though. RoX.KIS did have the mana for it, but the creeps were not lined up properly. Just harassment for the moment. He's running out of regen. There's only a shield right here left to heal him, or maybe at least a Mist Coil. But he has to be, yeah, the Mist Coil comes out straight away. That is up for mana, because Goblet is going to get his mana from the fountain, and that is the go signal for RoX.KIS. However, his Crystal Maiden does not approve, and he is actually stacking and pulling right now, helping out the Enchantress a bit, who is also doing the same thing already. Enchantress, who has got another smoke, might be looking for another rotation towards that mid lane. Actually, the drawing on the minimap says differently. Want to go for bottom, want to go for that Bristleback, and actually with Goblet still missing, he does have enough gold for a teleport scroll. He almost has enough mana against Sido. He is going to be the target, and he's sitting right on top of a ward, so they know where he is, and they can't move forward without getting spotted just yet. So we'll see. Sido actually, now he can get locked in. He's actually quill spraying here, maybe thinking there might be someone there for him. There's no wards up for RoX.KIS. Smoke gets burnt off, and yeah, that's going to be Sido being just fine, because the solo Enchantress won't be able to take him down. He knows that too. In the meantime, taking a look back in the middle lane, we've got Fada sitting on 12 for 3, with Scandal sitting on 7 for 4, so actually Fada slightly ahead. Of course, Scandal did get slightly been put behind by getting first blooded, fair enough. But it is quite unfortunate for him to still be behind at that as well. No arrow coming in this time, just a shield forcing out that mana of Goblet is very important, of course. In the meantime, that's going to be a kill on Miguel on the top lane. BZZ taking a bit of harassment for that, but he lets the wave be taken over the tower hits. StarLadder with the kills. Important target. In the meantime, on the bottom lane, the gank continues. Sido this time, shield is still there, but it doesn't matter this time. They get him dead. Pass though, taking up the tower. Nature's Prophet teleporting in. Pass, he'll live. He'll go back in for the kill. He gets revenge. That's gonna be 2 dead on the side of RoX.KIS, with a rotation of Miguel coming in to get the experience for that as well. Making that kill on the bottom lane, on the top lane, not as important anymore, not as big of a deal, especially not with taking 2 kills in return, especially not if they also take a tower. I say also because, of course, RoX.KIS is also pushing their tower on the tier 1 top. Sido coming back though, he'll stop the push from happening, or might be putting himself in danger. This tower is in the Night range though. They can't back off right now, they need to take it, and they do. StarLadder also gets a kill on the tower on the top lane, so towers are even, traded evenly. So we've got Fada 15 for 5, 12 for 8 here for Scandal. Both shutting each other down so much. It's so incredible. Like, normally at least one is the clear victor here, but even if one would be ahead, like right now, obviously it is the OD that is slightly ahead. But in terms of last hits, he is still sitting on only 17, which at 5.5 minutes in, 6 minutes in, it's really low. So Yeah, that's a pretty decent result for Scandal. Making sure that at least OD is not winning his lane as much as he should normally do against a regular mid. RoX.KIS Dazzle, oh, that is so scary. 87.5%. Dazzle is pretty damn scary indeed. I believe Yol's Dazzle in particular was unbeaten. I think I saw that pass by on a stat at some point in StarLadder. But yeah, scary things here for Sigma, but they have made their case. They've got a good start and they're looking for more. They've smoked up again. They're looking for a kill on Scandal. Of course, all the while, there's still StarLadder farming safely and freely on the map on the top lane. And even though Mirana is doing the same, a Mirana with farm is not going to do as much as a StarLadder with farm. The difference is just quite big in terms of killability. Killability? Killability. Well, it basically means that StarLadder is just a lot more sturdy than the Mirana. There's no real surprise about it, as Mad is gonna get himself another creep, surprisingly. Lewis, the warrior. They want to go in on the mid lane. Let's see if they can. Static Link is there. Fada at least is gonna bait something out. I mean, Static Link might have opened. And with the Yol around there, it might have been more difficult to take down, especially with the Grave on him as well. There is also a ban coming through. Yeah, they're still going to try and go for this. They're going to be too late, though. They're going to be too late. And it's a 3 versus 3 standoff here in the mid lane. Poison's being thrown out left and right, but Joel has got mana boots, so he's able to do that. He's allowed to do that. Meantime, oh, Miguel. The crush is still going to hit him, and he is still going to get picked off here. Teleporting won't be keeping him safe. One more hit, BZZ, solo kill. Nobody coming in to help him. Nobody coming in to save his life. As Sox guy actually goes for Handamitis. It's a pickup that I wouldn't expect. Because as I said earlier, I find that RoX.KIS has a better late game lineup. I mean, yeah, the split push is still going to be there for the Nature's Prophet. That's still very scary, of course, but overall, StarLadder, Razor, and Bristleback are just very scary in the late game versus just the Nature's Prophet, Mirana, and the OD. Too much tankiness going on the side of RoX.KIS. Not enough on the side of Sigma. But going for Handamitis, indicating want to have that extra 15 minutes of farm, as Cedo actually has to back off from this one. Might actually be taking a bit of damage. No arrow being thrown out. Not even gonna try to take an arrow out. Soxka, I'm hoping that I was hoping he would rotate a bit earlier, but now that he has a Handamitis, his farming will be going on for a little while longer. And it does mean that they are gonna try to end this about 25 minutes, 30 minutes in, seeing if they have enough farm right then, but it will be difficult to do. Because RoX.KIS is also making their own plays, making their own plan. They've got a StarLadder that now has a Vanguard ready, looking towards his Blink Dagger next, most likely. BCZ, he is a killer StarLadder, and he is, like, the thing I find, like, there's the Dazzle in the game, obviously. He has that Grave, and the thing is that's most annoying, as a leap here gets forced out on Soxka, is that as a carry player, you have to rely on that the Dazzle is going to be there for you. That the Dazzle has that shallow grave reserved just for you. And that requires a large amount of trust. Because you do have to, like, just, you know, run in. Tunnel vision on the target that you want to go for, no matter how much damage you take, and trust on your supports to keep you alive. And that is something that BCZ and Yol have got going on. They've been playing together for quite a while already, and it shows. It's just so enjoyable to watch. I sound biased, don't I? I'm just biased towards that combination. It's just so pretty. It's scary as well, though. But Sigma, I mean, they've got a plan, obviously, as well. And they are looking to execute it. It's not a very kill-heavy game thus far, but a lot of mind games are being played, of course. Because we do have Roshan attempted, which is fairly easy, because NPZ has the amplified damage. There's, of course, Nasal Goo stacking up, and the Nasal Goo still only level 1, but still 1 minus armor per stack. And that's already 4 stacks, so pretty decent indeed. This Roshan will be going the way of RoX.KIS, and even if Sigma knew about it, which they might actually do, but they're not going to be able to fight against it. However, with Bada having his Sanity's Eclipse there, I don't think he's dropped it just yet. I'm thinking he might be thirsty for some blood right now. As the arrow hits up on Yol. That's why we saw the bullseye, but doesn't matter, Age is picked up. It's BCZ that takes it, and that's going to mean RoX.KIS has got a bit of an edge. bit of an edge here with an Aegis to their name and almost a Blink Dagger up on BZZ. Yol, his skill build, it's the same as what we have been seeing from Dazzles in the last couple of games. We've seen a lot of Dazzles lately.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
But same skill build that we have seen, going for that level 4 and Poison Touch first to have that extra disable, which is kind of needed for that team because they don't have a disable apart from the Crush. And Crush is nice and all that, but you do have to run at people. Whoa, Seedoy. Those neutrals could actually kill you off. But yeah, the Crush is you know, you're gonna run at people, and of course for that you get a Blink Dagger to make sure you don't have to run at people all that much anymore. You can just blink at them. Let's see if we are gonna see Goblak is in trouble. He didn't pick up, now he did. He's level 6. He picked up his burrow time.
Dire's top tower is under
and even
attack.
again from an Enchantress and a Nature's Prophet shouldn't be stopping him. Perhaps it's going to be allowing them to pick up at least a tower though. There's going to be something that Sigma will be looking towards. If they can't get kills, they need to get towers. They need to get something to get themselves back on track. As we have got Scandal here with a bit of trouble up against Fada. Fada's still holding his ground quite solidly. He might be drained of damage, but he is still indeed holding ground. However, we do have Scandal almost finishing up his mechanism, so that's actually freeing up Dazzle for a bit. Oh, Arrow. Oh, Arrow! Scandal! I realize it's nighttime, but this is gonna be Sanity's Eclipse dropped Scandal in the process. In comes the Blink, BZZ goes for pass! Minus armor there as well. Yol will still get picked up, no grave for him. It is gonna be BZZ that only gets a Crystal Maiden and then has to get himself out again. But it's still the start of the Blink era. It is still gonna be the start of danger, and that's pause-worthy apparently. It gives me time to drink some water before the real action happens, because I'm expecting that now that Bristleback has a Vanguard, well, I guess Razor still needs a recipe, right, for the mechanism? Yeah, he needs a recipe. Maybe they're gonna wait for that, but now that, like, there's a Vanguard here, there's a Vanguard and Blink Dagger up on StarLadder as well. Dazzle has got Mana Boots, doesn't need anything else. There's a level 6 up on Abaddon, and just with the mechanism on Razor, I think that RoX.KIS can put their plan into motion and just group up as 5 and just start running at people, and that's something that they're very good at, and we've seen that before. It works. It is very pretty. It's a combination of the mind games of Goblak with the previous kind of play that we saw, of course, from the previous RoX.KIS, where Goblak wasn't in yet. Like, RoX.KIS was the team that ran at people just consistently, but now they actually have a plan while doing that. It is so brilliant to see. Yes, that's me drinking water. Anyways, on the other side, Sigma is kind of expecting that. So they've got split push in tow. They've got split push prepared. They've got Midas's prepared. They will just try to defend as much as they can, not giving too much away, while getting their own map objectives. So we have the second hand of Midas on their team. Let's take a look. Who is their mechanism builder? Is it gonna be the Enchantress this game? It looks like it might be. We have a Moonlight Shadow coming out actually. Let's see where they're gonna go for. I'm not quite sure where they're gonna go for. Why did they put the Moonlight Shadow up there? Interesting. Perhaps they're to keep safe from BZZ and Seedoy. The ping goes out. They know that they're there. In comes an arrow. And the arrow will hit on Seedoy. Not really the target that you want to have, especially not with this army close by. Smoke goes up for Sigma. And they need to be able to distract RoX.KIS to make sure that RoX.KIS cannot put their plan in motion. That's their plan right now. That's their goal. They have to make sure that if RoX gets something, they get something too. Even if it's only free farm, it's still something nice.
Haste.
As long as they get entire waves and waves of farm. In the meantime, they are indeed split pushing. I mean, they know that RoX.KIS is middle. So RoX.KIS is pushing bottom. There is a rotation coming in from a StarLadder. This is pretty. He's by himself while his Scandal is close by. The Crush comes out. Frostbite is still there. BZZ can't go for Miguel right now. Miguel will let his ulti out. They're going to try to go for this. The damage is drained. As for imprisonment, doesn't matter though. The drain is still there. But Scandal, what good is all that damage if he's not going to be able to use it? Oh, that crush from BZZ up on 3. The shield comes out as well as the heals. It is a Crystal Maiden that drops. The OD that drops. And it is RoX.KIS that is still alive. A triple kill coming out for Scandal. Whoa, you have to blink before you crush RoX. BZZ probably wanted to go for Mad, perhaps Steel, but can't get it done. And that is 3-0. In the meantime, Iran on RoX.KIS was trying to push this tier 2 down, and they almost got it, which would be at least something in return. They're gonna still have it denied, which is not even that bad, because it's opening up for potential split push on that side, from the Sigma side, but that was just how scary things can get, how fast things can get. Very, very scary from the side of RoX.KIS. I mean, it looked like it was BCZ running in with 4-on-1. Scandal was close by, fair enough, but the rest of his team wasn't that close by. But still, they make it there in time. Still, they help him out in time. And of course, the gigantic range on the weave is insane. It helped out a lot. He was able to get that extra armor off for his teammates before he was actually in range to do anything else. Yo sitting at level 4 of his poison touch, so has got that disabled. Level 2 of the shadow weave. The smoke is up as well. They are indeed just looking for action. And now with the mechanism complete also on the side of the Razor, they just, I don't think they're gonna stop. I think they're just gonna continue going for this. I hope Sigma is ready for that. They don't have a mechanism. They don't have anything else. Ooh, BZZ runs into an arrow. That's at least stopping them in their tracks, literally. TP out from the Crystal Maiden. RoX.KIS still on this bottom tier 1 tower. He's actually been scouted out. They know he's here. They have seen him. They rotate themselves back. This is something that RoX.KIS knows, because they have a ward there. He doesn't have anything but Moonlight Shadow. It is going to be at least enough to keep him safe for the moment. He does have a teleport again in 4 seconds, and it looks like they're already assuming that he left. Of course, that weave gave the vision, and they didn't see him because of the Moonlight Shadow working out in time. So they're going to give up the tier 1 tower, but they take a tier 1 tower in return on the top lane. And that's something that Sigma has to keep doing. Split up. Don't take big 5-on-5 team fights. That's just not possible. Not possible with this lineup, as they just... I love how Sigma is playing this. They keep chipping away at damage. They keep being evasive for RoX.KIS. They don't want to fight, and it shows. But they're still making sure they're aggressive without fighting. It's pretty to see. I mean, that's not something that you see every day. That is for sure. In the meantime, RoX.KIS, I mean, they still want to fight, obviously. Maybe Mad is going to get caught out, and fight damage is there. Sprint is there as well. Mad will get crushed upon. He does have level 4 untouchable. They will try to teleport himself out, but he won't be able to. Oh, he will! Oh my god!
Tower is under attack.
Oh my god, he got out! That is impressive! I can't believe he actually got out. Oh wow, that was shiny. Level 4 untouchable paying off. Holy cow. Well, that was Sigma's way of doing it. And I mean, it works. Look at these towers. They're getting chipped to pieces right here. And RoX.KIS, they so want to fight, but they can't do it. Sigma is fighting this the way they should. It is very difficult to fight against this kind of lineup from RoX.KIS, and we've seen it before this season with at least about the same lineup with the Abaddon, Dazzle, and StarLadder. I believe Bristleback was there as well, but just, you know, with the kind of Ran 2 lineup that they have right now. So it's very difficult to deal with that, because how are you going to deal with that if you don't want to fight? But this is the way. Oh, this is not the way. Pass. He's in trouble. He doesn't have untouchable, so he will get picked up. And this will be a tier 1 tower picked up. Sigma is still trying to push on the top lane, as we actually have a courier sniped. Miguel can't get enough damage out though. The courier was too fast for him. Tower mid will still go down, and with Miguel not able to get the tier 2 top because he thought he wasn't going to be able to get a courier. Well, that's a bit of a waste right there. In the meantime, Fada is still split pushing.
Radiant's middle tower
Not really the best split pusher though, an OD. Well, they have Hand of Midases. I mean, if they can pull this game out long enough, stretch this game long enough, then they will be able to come back, and will be able to have their core items up and be all tanky and killable, killing stuff, not killable at all. Nature's Prophet going for push. Necronomicon being built up by him. Let's see if there's more people doing that. Might be. Well, RoX.KIS shouldn't though. RoX.KIS should be building the damage. That's where they're gonna be getting that from. In the meantime, I mean, this StarLadder is just running at people. If they can chase RoX.KIS around the map while still farming, yeah, they'll be in very good shape. Mad is farming top. He's going for an Agonist for his team. Still no mechanism being built anywhere though, or maybe no Fada mechanism either. He still doesn't have any real items apart from his Hand of Midas, sitting on 2600 gold. Deny on the tower again. That's a second deny. Again though, it is not that big of a deal, because their most, like, the most advantage comes from that is the fact that they can actually rat this. So yes, this is the ultimate rat Dota. Moonlight Shadow, they're gonna go in. Okay, maybe not ultimate red. Maybe not ultimate red Dota. They want to go for Scandal. Arrow will fly as well. This is a kill. Nicely done. Very nicely done. Or is it? Hello, BCC. Blinks forward. It's not in time though. And Fada, he will be able to teleport himself out. The rest is long gone. In the meantime, Crystal Maiden. Oh god, Crystal Maiden, you're by yourself. Better be careful. No extra blinks coming out though of these two supports, luckily. We never know with these kind of games, you never know. So we have 20 or 2k gold sitting up on Seedoy. I mean, we do have a Gem of Truth set up on Yol, which I really like, because Sigma does need some map vision to know where they're gonna be going into. And, well, they're not gonna get no vision if it's up to Yol with that Gem of Truth site. Miguel, his Necronomicon complete. Do we have any new items here? I feel like we're missing something. Missing items. BKB being built by StarLadder. We knew that too. Let's take a look. 3 Hanamitises. Yeah. No, I guess we knew everything. Oh yeah. Oh well. Roshan, why not, right? 20 minutes in, minus armor. Aplenty. And Sigma still split pushing this. If they can rat this though, I'm not sure. I still have the feeling that at some point RoX.KIS, I mean, they have the means to force out a fight, and they'll fight you whether you like it or not. They can just blink forward on the StarLadder. If they keep playing as evasive as they have been, then things are looking great for them. But if they can't, it's over fast. Unless they're farmed enough by the point that RoX.KIS is able to force that fight out. It's a bit of do it or die. The first fight that they really have, the first 5-on-5 fight. If Sigma loses that one, well, they better have some buybacks ready because they're gonna need them. Taking a look at the buybacks right now, actually, it is Sigma that has got all the buybacks on all the heroes, while nobody of RoX.KIS has buybacks. Also says a bit about the teams. Very conservative play on Sigma, keeping that buyback open, and very run at you Dota for RoX.KIS. Like, we're gonna buy everything right now because we're gonna run at you right now. We're gonna kill you right now. Did that. Yeah, that sounded convincing. Smoke up. They're gonna do exactly as I said. They're running at you and kill you. And run towards Nature's Prophet and Mad. Good targets right there. Hello, Mad. Amplified damage is on. He is gonna get crushed. The minus armor is there. Can't be teleporting away this time though. Nature's Attendants won't be helping him either. Nature's Prophet was still able to get himself out. That's nice enough. And that's all that you can ask for right there. I mean, it was a smoke gank after all, and it is 3 versus 2, and you are having the bigger kill lineup as RoX.KIS, so at least they got a kill out of that one this time. No unlikely escapes from Mad Enchantress. Even with level 4 untouchable. We almost got BKBs up for everybody, by the way. I mean, BKBs being built on Razor, StarLadder, and Bristleback. Actually, no, not on Bristleback. Bristleback is going for Heaven's Halberd by the looks of it, which is going to be very effective because there's not that many heroes that you want to stop attacking on Sigma apart from Soxka, so pretty decent indeed. But with those BKBs, I mean, there's a lot of magical damage coming out from Sigma, and most importantly, the BKB is the counter, and I actually mean like the one big counter towards an entire hero, aka OD. I mean, he has his damage mostly coming off from his orb, and that's all counted by his that's all counted by BKB. So good luck with that one, OD. And once they have those BKBs on for Sigma, even if they wanted to fight, they have to wait with real fights and really committing until those BKBs are lower duration, unless they can try to catch someone out before he uses his BKB via perhaps a Scythe of Ice or something that of course OD is building towards, but perhaps Miguel at some point as well. They do need that shutdown. I mean, yeah, they've got an Arrow and an Astral Imprisonment and a Frostbite, but it's not enough. They need way more. Actually, Sprout is pretty good against this lineup, because if you Sprout in BCC, he's not going to be able to go anywhere. He's just going to stand there in the Sprout and thinking, yeah, I can't go anywhere, unless someone breaks the trees for him, obviously. But overall, it's putting him out of play. Putting also the Bristleback out of play, obviously, but his quills will still be very useful. Oh, Mad. Again, 5 people to take him down. Nature's Attendants is not going to keep him up. No teleport this time. He at least buys out before he dies, but dies nonetheless. In the meantime, though, Treants. Or, well, Treants and Necronomicon units, I should say. Taking out the tower. There's only one outer tower left standing on the side of RoX.KIS, tier 2 middle, tier 2s, or rather middle towers are not the easiest to take down in this kind of lineup, as it's less readable. You want to have normally the top lane or the bottom lane, which are already taken out, and actually right now we do see a tier 2 taken in for a tier 2 by the looks of it. With Miguel with a double damage turn pushing middle, he will get some company of StarLadder though, and he has to be careful. Blink forward, amplify damage, stun. That should be enough. There we go. That's a kill right there. In the meantime, Dazzle goes down on the top lane. BKB turned on by Mirana, lands an arrow Positor. He's forced away. Pushes drums as well to get himself out. Godluck still getting chased down by Pass. Kind of surprising, as I would indeed imagine Pass to back off. Moonlight Shadow coming out in case someone was trying to chase it. In the end, it's a one-on-one trade. Fairly decent for Sigma, to be honest. I mean, yeah, they lose their Nature's Prophet, but he really didn't stand a chance there. But at least they weren't able, like, they didn't lose their tier 2 tower. And that's the main thing here. Losing a tier 2 and losing the Nature's Prophet, yeah, that would not be worth it. But they trade evenly, which is all you can ask for. If you're overall, at least in game plan, you're behind. Obviously, the gold graph tells a different story because of the amount of Hand of Midases that Sigma has, because of the amount of towers that Sigma has taken down instead of RoX, that is, and because they are not grouping up as 5 all that much. Still though, the difference, not that big. Experience graph, fairly even as well. That all comes down to kills, but let's forget those graphs, because it's not about the graphs this game. It's so not. It is captaining. That is the do it or die of this game. Wrong captaining. Oh, hello, Fada. Invis rune. No, he has an amplified damage on him. Invis won't save him now. And Invis actually by StarLadder still, who's coming still after them. Fada still running from this. RoX.KIS doesn't have a Moonlight Shadow to help out or anything for that matter. Fada, this time you can't dodge the crash and he will go down. Yol goes down as well though. Dominating RoX.KIS. He does a freezing field, gets cancelled instantly because Pass realizes he's going to be the #1 target. Nice, Proud. Nice, Proud. RoX.KIS, your team kind of left. Oh, your team came back. Hello. Frostbite. In comes a BKB for RoX.KIS, goes for BCC. There's no way he's gonna get out of this one, or is he? He bashes RoX.KIS. He will still get picked up though with a couple of hits needed. The Aegis is all that gets burnt down. It's 2 for Aegis right now, or at least 1 for Aegis, I guess. Arrow again on Cedar. I really like that Sprout. Looks like all they lose is Fada. They did get a Dazzle in return though, which is more than nothing, I guess. It is not that big of a trade though. At least, I mean, if we compare that one to the trade that we had earlier for the Dazzle, this one was a less good one. Oh, crush forward, blink. Mad is going to be living. The arrow flying in is enough safety for him with BCC and Scandal. I mean, with the two of them, they can't take it down anyway. They don't have enough burst to burst through her health before her untouchable is going to make it nearly impossible to take her down. Because that's Mad right there. He's got his Aghanims ready now as well. The damage is starting to ramp up for Sigma. I have good faith for them. I have to say, I mean, I mean, you heard my cast. I started out a bit grim for Sigma, but I'm starting to have hope. They have some really nice plays, and as said, captaining, it's anybody's game right now. It really is, which is not something that I was expecting to see with this kind of draft from RoX.KIS. But they can't afford to run at Sigma. They can't afford to give away one fight. That's the thing right here, right? You can't afford to, like, losing one fight for either team. This goes for both teams, not just for Sigma, not just for RoX.KIS. But losing one team now will put the other team in favor of the game. And you can't afford that. So what are you going to do about it? Well, simple. Don't fight. Unless you know absolutely certain that the odds are in your favor. Which, it's, well, how often can you be absolutely certain in Dota? Not that often at all. And if you do want to be absolutely certain, you do have to have more wards on the map. You have to make sure that there's no cheeses, no ages. You have to not have the element of surprise from the other team. You have to have the element of surprise. And until those circumstances are perfect for either team, they're not going to fight. And the thing is, if they're perfect for one team, they're overall not perfect for the other team. And obviously then the other team is going to remove themselves from a fight. Good luck fighting then. I guess for RoX.KIS, I find they have the better initiation, unless there's an arrow finding its mark for Sigma. But RoX.KIS, they've got the lineup of StarLadder just jumping in and having a bit of a luxury in that case. The luxury of being saved by Dazzle's shallow grave. Something that Sigma doesn't really have, obviously, but something also that's going to be allowing RoX.KIS to make positional mistakes as long as Yol is close by. That's why it's so important for him to stay alive during the fights. He needs to be alive. He is a very vital hero in the lineup, with not only the Grave, but also the armor that comes out, the slow, because it's one of their few disables that they have. All very important. For now though, both teams, they reside back to farming, but it won't be for long because Roshan is up again and both teams will know about this. And right now, at this point, Sigma might be actually looking into fighting RoX.KIS for it, because it is gonna be a Roshan with a cheese and you can't just give that away. Or at least that would be my thought, but obviously Sigma is you know, a professional team for a reason, and therefore might be thinking very different than what I'm thinking right now, and of course with that might be just wanting to give up the Roshan and maybe able to do some damage to tier 3 in return. It's a far fetch, I guess. It's probably not gonna happen, but it's an option. As we do have the Desolator being built up by Soxka. He is also has his Hanamitis looking for a creep. He finds it. Hello, creep. Bye, creep. Yeah, Desolator almost ready. Just about 200 gold before he has it. Roshan already being attempted by RoX.KIS, and indeed Sigma is not going to go for this. They should know this is happening because everybody is missing from the map on the side of RoX. And they, even though they don't really have that many wards up, they should be aware. Especially because there's nobody coming in here to defend this, or nobody coming in here to defend this. But yeah, Aegis taken by BCZ, no surprise, so he can be, like, he didn't die yet this entire game. He only lost an Aegis at some point, but that's it. 8-0 to 3. He's been involved in all 11 kills in the game so far. Hello? That's scary. Nice tornado. But bye, tornado. In the meantime, at least some pressure to a tier 3 tower. I mean, it might be a little amount, but at least it's something. I like the building of Necronomicons against Bristlebacks. If they have more Necronomicons coming out, at some point Bristle might actually kill himself on them. It's okay, it's probably not really a normal kind of funny, but someone killing himself on that kind of stuff is okay. I have a weird sense of humor. Never mind that. Arrow. Boom! In your face, BCZ. Long range arrow as well. Let's see if they can take him down. Aegis, burned. Run now, dude. Run. In comes Scandal. He's mighty fast. He is gonna go for this. Does he have detection? No, he does not. And that means they were gonna run themselves out of there. TP out from Fada. He's fine. Okay, he's not that fine. He does have a leap again in 3 seconds. So 2, 1, to the low ground. Uses a BKB charge for that. 7 seconds left still though, it's pretty decent. And in the meantime, tower, Rat Dota, and it's working out for Sigma. I have to say I am impressed. I already said that earlier on as well, but I am still impressed. You can tell that there's a lot riding on this game. These teams are not giving an inch to each other. They are playing so conservative, so safe. It's good, Dota. That's just what it is. That is just what it is. First F almost ready up on pass. Will be nice for him. He already has. Oh, hello, Miguel. Bye, Miguel. Godlike StarLadder as he is 9 for 0 for 3. Nice ward coming out here for RoX. It's about time that. Oh, arrow, Godlike. Oh, fuck. So close. They know Fada's here. He's gonna try to TP out. And comes a crash. Boom. Fada, trouble, dead. Nice pickups. RoX.KIS, they just opened up the map completely with those 2 kills that they had. Absolutely completely. They still have, of course, tier 2 towers to take down, and the waves of creeps are not in their favor. Whoa! Why does he do that? Did you... Why did he do that?
Wounded to my heart.
And that's a gem. No, that should... He was teleporting out. That was a misclick. He was yeah, it's a sad thing to see that happen. He was able to get away from that. Paris coming in. He wants to take the gem back. Cedar has to die for that to happen, though. Let's see. With the Desolator there, is there enough damage? Ooh, it looks to be. Starstorm, in comes the blink. Oh, nice leap. Still, it is still the stun is there. Shocksky, he really wants to get that kill. It looks like he's about to get it, but in comes BCZ and Scandal. The bashes are there. The damage drain as well. BCZ, no mana for a crush. And it looks to be his lifesaver of the Mirana as he is able to run away.
Radiant's top
And this will be a
tower
tier
is
2
under
tower
attack.
pickup. This will be the first tier 2
Radiant
dead
structures
on the
are
side
fortified.
of Sigma. They still have the top lane a bit pushed out for Miguel, but they won't be able to save their tier 2 with that. They're gonna lose it. Scandal with the
Radiant's
gold.
top tower has
Scandal,
fallen.
who still has the cheese, as well as the BKB and the Aghanim Scepter as well. I'm hoping that he's gonna build a refresh orb, because that's gonna be disgustingly good. And that is gonna be Cedo out as well. Oh, Radiance for Bristleback. Oh my god, I'm starting to like this more and more. Cedo, he is, I mean, after his Heaven's Halberd, which we already talked about, to shut down Soxka, who is indeed getting more and more damage. He now also has a Radiance, and that's so good against these squishy heroes, because Mirana is fairly squishy, BKB or not. BKB is lower duration, passes squishy. Nature's Prophet, yes, fairly squishy. I like it. I like it a lot. We'll see. They can make this happen, and at the same time, with all these squishy heroes, somehow, they just decided, you know what, team? Let's not make a mechanism this game. Because we're not planning on fighting anyway. It's unusual to see that happen on a team, and either it's just assuming that someone else is gonna do it, or they just didn't go for it by choice, and obviously that is gonna be the one thing that we have to assume. Because nothing is left to a chance here. Should not be left a chance. Nothing should be left a chance here with these two teams. By the way, that kill on the Enchantress just now, I mean, yeah, losing Enchantress is not good, but the worst thing was losing the gem. And with that, of course, losing the map control. There's still one ward up for the Radiant team, but it's a new one, and it's the only one that they have up. It's all case for Sigma to just completely force out lanes continuously. Make sure that RoX.KIS does not have a chance to push in, but it's so difficult to do. We're 36 minutes into this game. BKB now ready for the OD as well. We've got StarLadder building for an Assault Cuirass by the looks of it. Arrow will hit on the creep though. Oh, Blink Crush. Soxka, he still has a leap. He's gonna be forced to use it. Won't leap with minus armor and then turn his BKB on. Moonlight Shadow there as well. But the amplified damage is still giving vision. He is gonna be able to run from it though. Very nicely done. No poison coming out to kill him off. And that's how his BKB charges are getting lower and lower. 5 seconds is what it's at right now. Do we have another set of VIII set up? And we have one being built up by Miguel, but he is still fairly decent. Ah, he's fairly close actually. He almost has it. Yeah, he almost has it. It's gonna be nice. They need that. They need that disable. I mean, disability. Wow. They need that disable. It's gonna be still, even with the disable, it's gonna be a very tough fight to take, especially with all those BKBs up on RoX as well. Luckily for Sigma, they have a 10-second BKB still up on Fada. BKB being built up also by Mad. And looks like Sigma is about to get forced back towards their top lane. Not sure if Soxka by himself can actually take this. Well, he actually is able to force them back, or at least they're not going to go for it. They might be forced, like RoX.KIS might be forced back themselves towards this bottom lane right here. And see some drawings on the minimap. Might not be the most clear drawings, but drawings nonetheless. And it means that they have a plan. It means that Yol has a plan actually, because Yol was drawing the lines. Secret mastermind of RoX.KIS. Godlike in training. Yeah.
Do the wave.
Do the wave. Do the wave. Whoa. Miguel, would you mind being careful for a minute? He almost teleported in blind to 3 enemy heroes.
Dire's
Yeah,
bottom tower
let's not
is
do
under
that.
attack.
These towers chipped away slowly. It's so bad yet so good. I don't like. Yeah. So grass ready for BCZ. It's been a while since Sigma's been able to lay down some pressure on the top tier 3 though. It's been a while indeed. Maybe they can get themselves a kill. Woo! Cedo, you went back into that! In comes Miguel with the scythe of ice, and they should be able to at least do a lot of damage. They might not be able to bring them down. BKB turned on as well. They're able to bring him down. Yes, they are. He's dead. He's so dead. You're so dead. You're so dead. Yes, he's still dead. But in comes PCC. He picks up the gem and he runs. Drops the TP as he goes. Fair enough. That was the main target right there. But in comes Spada right now. He has got a BKB. He'll turn it on. He'll look for a target. Frostbite and Hex up on Goblike. Blink away from BZZ. Still Crystal Man gets taken down. Oh, that Senatus Eclipse didn't do anything because all the BKBs were on Fada. Gonna try to teleport himself out. Let's see if Scandal allows him. Oh, godlike. Now, beyond godlike for BZZ as he is the one that stops Fada from teleporting out. Well, that was not what Sigma had in mind when they went to the top lane. They trade 2 of their lives for the Bristleback, and even though, I mean, it was a nice gank, that's for sure, I kind of don't feel like they should have given up the OD kill. You know, I understand it because they thought maybe people were far away, but everybody of RoX.KIS was so close and ready to fight, and they don't get a tier 3 tower in return. That would be worth it to fight for, right? If you trade, you get your tier 3 tower, get your tier 3 tower on the bottom lane, as Miguel was still, well, I guess he was also busy top, but he might have been able to go bottom earlier. He did go bottom in the end, though, don't get me wrong. I mean, I don't know how fast he could have pushed that one. You know what I'm missing on RoX.KIS? Like with all this jumping back and forth from Sigma from one side to the map to the other side of the map and making sure like the lanes are always pushed out and stuff, I am missing the boots of travel. And I'm gonna see if I actually am right. Oh, whoa! Well, screw refresher orb. Hello, Scotty. It's been a while since I've seen a Scotty up on the Razor, but it's a very decent item. Slowing everything in its path. I kinda like it. Arrow. Yeah. Aegis is already back up on BZZ. There's another cheese. This one is for Scandal, but Bristleback still has his as well. So there's 2 cheeses on the map on the side of rocks. So scary. But then again, they're only gonna get used if there is actually a fight, which is if it's up to Sigma, there's not gonna be. Gah. Well, they're gonna at least try and take the tower. Maybe they find that with their... Oh, wait a second. In comes BKB, leap forward, Starstorm as well. Yo, he already used the Shallow Grave on himself. Now they can force on someone else to die. No, sucks, guys, you're dead. Picked up by Scandal. He drained a ton of damage from that, 110. He'll be able to pick up Miguel with that as well. That's 2 dead. RoX.KIS. They are in a position to go high ground where... Oh, the buybacks. There's only 1 up on Miguel. There's no buyback for Sorska. Miguel does buy back, and he's going to try to split push on the top lane, but they cannot fight this, and this might be RoX.KIS to end the game. Their chance is here. They take down the tier 3 tower, nothing can stop them. Sigma, they're doing the good thing. They're not fighting because they know they cannot fight without the Mirana, but they have to just watch and see their barracks pick to pieces. And RoX.KIS can just rotate top because the tier 3 tower is bare, as in the tier 2 was already picked up as well. Tier 2 bottom is still standing. And this is very bad news for Sigma. They're gonna have to either fight with 2 Rex down, or RoX.KIS is gonna say, you know what, we're here in your base, we've got 2 cheeses, we got our Aegis, and we're not leaving until we've used every single one of them. Oh, Hex is there, but blink forward, BZZ going for Fada, Astral Imprisonment keeps him safe. BZZ looking for next target. Scandal, same story, has his BKB back up in 5 seconds. His Fada's already picked up. Sharksky, his BKB is already out. Scandal, where's your BKB? Now popping a jet, and he gets hexed because of it. Still gets the grave. He's still alive for the moment. He's still chasing as well. He has a cheese. He uses it. Mad is the one to get crushed and to go down. That's going to be another 3 dead. Buyback from the Enchantress. RoX.KIS, they want to still fight this. They have fought this. They will take the last Rex. 3 heroes left alive for Sigma. They leave their base though. They leave the base of Sigma. RoX.KIS retreat, but it's on their own terms, on their own turf, on their own accord. RoX.KIS just took 2 Rex, just took a fight, and they have taken it all. Only thing that didn't take was the thing that they couldn't take because of the tier 2 tower still standing, and now we have a Scythe of Ice upon a Dazzle. We've got ourselves still 1 cheese that wasn't even used in this game. Seedoy sitting on 4,100 gold, 4,300 gold for BZZ, who is already as rich can be, and he didn't even use his Aegis in that fight either. We've got a heart on the 1 hero that was able to use his cheese, and he had a cheese, and he had, of course, the grave helping him out, and he never once showed signs of fear. He didn't even pop his BKB when it was back up. That just shows confidence right there, and abandon the support. Both of the supports have got that Scythe of Ice. It is kinda over the top right now for RoX, and with that fight, the era of an even game has come to an end. Right now, Sigma is clearly fighting from behind. We've got 2.5k gold in favor of Sigma, turning into almost 10k gold in favor of RoX.KIS. And that change That 12k gold change, well, that is something that is pretty damn scary. Experience graph shows it a bit more clearly as it went from about 5k to about 20k in favor of RoX.KIS. And RoX.KIS, they are not planning on stopping. From the side though, in comes Sigma. Blink up, crush up on 4 heroes. BCC chasing down Fada, he's already out of the fight for now. Dazzle was the first one to get picked up, and Miguel, hexed up, taken down. That's Nature's Prophet out of play, and he already popped back previous time, so he can't do it again. Slow down on Fada. The crush is only going to hit up on Paz, who will get burned down from that. Fada is trying to run from this, and he won't. He goes down. Triple kill for Steedoy. Only Mirana left alive, and she's already back in base. It is too much to deal with for Sigma. They call it GG. It is now up to them to win against Fnatic tomorrow and hope that RoX.KIS today loses against Fnatic. That is their chance still. They did not win this game. Their faith to go to Kiev is no longer in their hands. It's in the hands of Fnatic and RoX, which is a game that we're going to see later on today. We will have a bit of a breather though. At least a breather game in terms of importance of games, because Mouse Sports will be going up against the retry in about 5 minutes. Hope you stay with me for that game as well, because it is going to be a game to just, you know, get back the smooth, like, you know, allow yourself to breathe properly again. That would be nice for me at least. And then after that we're going to have RoX.KIS versus Fnatic. Well, hope you stay with me. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.